Hey, what's up, everybody? Or at least Ember, what's up? How's everybody doing today? It's been a minute since my last video, and as most of you know by now, I was sick for a bit. I was gonna make a recorded video about what I'm gonna watch today, but I thought, what the hell? It's been a minute since I streamed. Let's go ahead and just make a stream out of it. And it's from a small channel called Evader, and it's only got 155 subscribers. And I'm not so much. It's not anything on him, and it's not a criticism of him. His ideas that he has about atheists, though, are the problem. This isn't going to be a critique, really, so much of Christianity as the straw man idea that this guy's peddling about atheists. And maybe he just doesn't know. I told him I was making the response to it. And the link to the original video, which will take you to his channel, is in the description if you want to check him out. Um, Anybody wants to join and do this with me is welcome to. It's a short video, like 8 minutes. If you want. Uh, yes, I am still alive, Jester. Uh, as you know, I was sick for a little bit, and I took some time off, and I kind of slowly have been getting back into doing my regular stuff again. Some of you may notice my picture looks a little crisper than usual. The wire on the back of my Logitech C920 broke, and I was having problems keeping it connected during streams and stuff. So I'm using a Logitech Brio Pro now, and it's a better camera. And this the audio, I think I've messed with it a little bit because my audio is also on my camera. I don't use a mic, and I think the audio sounds pretty good and stuff too. So I don't know. We're gonna learn together. One thing I did notice about this camera is that it doesn't have like when I go into Logitune, I can't control the zoom on it, but it seems to do it itself. If that makes sense. Depending on where I'm setting in the picture, the zoom changes a little bit. But um, anyway, enough of that. I will possibly, Ember, this goes to you, but also to everyone else, possibly be doing something this evening. I haven't heard back on that yet. If I don't hear in the next little while, it'll be Thursday when you see me again, minus any surprise videos that pop up or whatever. I mean, if something happens between now and then and I can stream about it or whatever, I will. But me and Robin will be doing politicality on Thursday. And other than that, yeah, Ark Encounter stuff. We're scheduling our first fundraiser for the Ark Encounter protest. It will be April 19th at 7 p.m. Eastern. I haven't confirmed with all of the guests yet, but the ones I have confirmed with, Secular Rarity and Godless Engineer will be here. And I've asked some other people to come. I've asked, well, I'll tell you who I've asked. I've asked Durante and Chris and Aaron and Secular Rarity. I think that's it. But those are the people that I'm trying to get here. Godless Engineer and Secular Rarity will for sure be here. If you want to help out with the Ark Encounter protest, we need volunteers. Or if you want to help out financially, there's links in the description where you can donate. And all of that money is going to things like lodging and travel and food and several other things. So that's all going to the protest, though. Yeah, Pinworm. I still need you. All right. So let me pull down this screen here. And wow, I'm really huge. And let me find. I should have done this beforehand, I guess. It's not that hard to upload a video in EV though. It's a lot easier than some other things. And,
Religion
okay. So this is a video by the channel Evader, and the name of the video is in the description there. Religion is only for stupid people, or religion is something like that. Uh, he is this person's making the claim that um, that's what atheists think, and we are incorrect about it. Uh, I've got some stuff from Pew Research I'm going to share a little ways into it that maybe where he gets this idea from, but this video is only it's a little less than 8 minutes long, so this won't take real long with just me reviewing it. If anybody wants to join and talk about it, you're welcome to, but you'll have to let me know so I can put a link somewhere for you. I don't like putting them in the public videos in the chat, so probably through Discord or something if you want a link. All right.
is only for stupid people who do not understand science. That's a claim that I kind of hear often from atheists.
Okay. What atheists? Because I don't. Yeah, Jester, no problem. Um, Give me just a second. I got to open Discord. And it'll take a minute for it to open. The Well, just give me a second. Let me get these guys in, and we'll continue. So, invite, copy. Discord said it was having issues too. Is Discord screwed up? It might be. I haven't been on it. I've been sitting here smoking pot all day. Uh, so, I tell you what. Here, I'll just. There you go. There's the link. Trisha, welcome. I that we're actually. I'm not making the claim that religious people are stupid. I'm responding to this guy who says that atheists say that religious people are stupid, and um, that's the thing. So there's a link there in the chat for you all. But so he said that atheists say this, and I said, what atheists say this? Because I know that there's a lot of talk. Some of the claims of Christianity are stupid, and some of the people who make those claims, say stupid things. But I don't I don't think that anybody makes tries to say that Christians are stupid people because they believe. I don't think that's the case. What's up, Ember and Jester?
Hello,
Hello.
hello.
Do you know of who these shadowy atheists are who are saying that Christians are stupid for believing?
I've met a few shady atheists.
That's true.
No, I think that's a straw man. I mean, this particular individual strikes me as exactly the sort of person he thinks that we are talking about. But no, I
Yeah,
mean, obviously, they're brilliant fucking Christians. Many scientists retain their faith, not just in Christianity, but in lots of other religions.
sure.
Likewise, there's some fucking stupid atheists. There's no correlation between belief and intelligence.
Yeah, yeah. Oh no, you're good,
This
Trisha.
is
I just wanted to explain. What's up, Mitty? Um, the yeah. Do you want to comment on it, Jester?
I mean, I've met a few people who think that only a fool would believe it, but they're generally already the assholes of the group.
Yeah.
And to paint it like that, it's like, yes, we get it. You only listen to the man with the biggest mouth. We already knew that when you voted for Donald.
Quack quack.
Yeah. Right.
Hey,
Uh,
that's the wrong Donald. I voted for that Donald.
Hey, both of them have no pants.
Hey, that's fair. But here in South Carolina, where it was either vote for Republican or vote for Donald Duck, I stand by my decision.
I mean, Donald, the real Donald, the duck shaped one, is a Navy veteran, so he may also be a Republican.
Uh, that's true, but also, uh, he was in that lovely 1943 comic or piece called Der Führer's Face, and
Mm-hmm.
I think that if Donald met Donald, he would hail right in the Der Führer's face.
Oh yeah, he'd pull a John McCain and stomp on his mushroom.
Yes,
Did you know ducks love to eat mushrooms? They like just pinch them right apart with their bills.
I didn't know
what?
that.
You're welcome for that visual, by the way.
I I need to get some mushrooms and go to the park. Is this like your generic portobellos?
Jester's going to go to the park and find out that
I,
mushrooms are poisonous to ducks.
I mean, I already knew that about. Well, it's not so much bread is poisonous to ducks; it's that it poisons their environment. Please don't throw bread over in the park.
No.
No, give it to the squirrels instead. Let those fuckers get so fat.
Oh, fat squirrels are cute.
They are. They're so adorable. And they can't run as fast, so you can catch them and bring them home.
And then you can put them in. What was that guy?
Amber's views do not necessarily reflect those of the Kentucky Atheist channel.
I am full of awful advice today.
I neither condone or
No one should
recommend.
listen to me.
This is why I wish that I could do a show with you, Ember, because we would give the worst advice together.
Well, you could. I do have a bonus stream scheduled for later because people threw too much money at me on the last debate show, so now I have to do a bonus stream.
Well,
that's at
I'll
what,
try to be
4:30?
It's
Or 4?
I believe it's 7 p.m. Eastern time tonight, but I may be mistaken. It might be 6. Again, I'm in travel mode, so I
Oh,
don't know my own shit.
okay. I see.
hopefully
It's in a few hours
somewhere.
anyway.
Yeah. Well, I that's me taking a sentence and picking parts of it to remember. All right.
It's all good. We're on like 4 layers of tangents deep at this point.
Yeah. No problem.
I'm sorry. I have
Well,
ADHD.
so
It's
so
your
I
fault.
agree
You
with
let me in.
I agree with what both of you said. But you're never gonna guess where this goes.
Oh,
Oh
joy.
my.
Now,
I'm
I can't wait.
excited.
this could not be more further away from the truth. So, I call myself enlightened. Okay, I am enlightened. I reached what Asian people call Buddha state, or Indian people.
Oh, he's a Christian Buddha. That's
I
special.
myself,
Yeah. I think he's playing a little loose with the word enlightened, but we'll.
Wait, I'm sorry. Did he say he is Buddhist or Buddha?
The
No.
Buddha state.
Oh,
He
okay.
says
I don't know.
enlightened, and he said, "Yeah, what the Buddhist would call enlightened."
Oh,
But
okay.
yeah, but he's not Buddhist.
I know a couple of researchers named Doctors Stunning and Kruger who might like to have a chat with this fellow.
Yes. They make an appearance again here in a minute.
Oh, good.
To be honest, I've heard that Dunning and Kruger wish that they could be left out of it now.
I mean,
I've heard they feel they've done their fill of those studies, and
I mean, once you become a household name, it's valid to retire.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
I happened to just watch a video by Neil deGrasse Tyson, and he was standing on a stage, and claiming that only idiots believe, and the more educated you become, the more you understand that religion is stupid, and the more atheist you become, the more educated you are.
Okay,
No.
go ahead.
I'm going to
So,
go out on a limb here and say Neil has never said those words because
Yeah.
he
bingo.
has gone on Colbert so many times and talked about how he is Catholic and still intelligent.
Yeah, I by no means have I seen every Neil deGrasse Tyson performance on stage. I mean, hell, there's so many episodes of Star Talk. I'd die of old age before I listened to them all. But he's been pretty consistent that he tries to stay away from belief. It's just on some occasions, like when confronted by Ben Shapiro types or whatever, he may point out that there's a correlation between higher levels of education and less religiosity.
Well, let's go there, I guess. Let's see here. How do I want to go about doing this? Let's do it this way. Let's pull up the.
With buttons.
I just didn't know if I wanted to upload it to StreamYard or just share my screen and show it. But if I upload it, or not StreamYard, shit. If I upload it to EVMux, I have to stop my screen share that I'm doing right now with the video to do that.
Well, that's
so
no
I don't
fun.
want to do that.
Yeah, hell with that shit.
We'll do it a different way.
Also, I love how he's so hot out the gate with just absolutely going everywhere he shouldn't. I'm not Buddhist, but I'm in what a Buddhist would call an enlightened state. I was watching
Yeah.
Neil deGrasse Tyson, and he said that only a fool. Yeah, way to strawman everyone in like 5 minutes, my guy.
Does it even count as a straw man when you clearly have no memory of what the fuck you actually just watched?
Mhm. Yeah. So this is something that was going to come up later, but we'll go ahead and
Yay.
talk about it now since you made the comparison. Um, Pew actually did a study on just that question in 2014 on the correlation between religiosity and education, and looking at the U.S. public as a whole. However, the answer, well, this is part of the article, so it's saying however because up earlier it's saying that there are smart religious people. Um, it says that the more schooling you have, the lower the numbers of believers, like we you know have pointed out before. But I didn't link this study. I wish I would have. I will. I'll add it to the description after the show. But anyway, there's a study on it that shows that the numbers of believers, whether they have uh, a college graduate or high school or less, or some college, and different groups that they fall within, and in every category, the high school or less has a higher number of religious people, and the difference spreads the more schooling they've had. So 58% for high school or less, and it's 46 for college graduates that say religion is very important to them. Um, and just in case you're interested, I'm not sure how well you can see it, is why I'm reading it to you. But
Yeah, I can't see a damn thing, so I
oh,
appreciate that.
okay, okay. So people that identify as atheist/agnostic, 4% high school or less identify that way, and 11% college graduate. So we see the inverse of it with that question. Um, the I would say that this is good evidence that is an okay thing to say. That but I don't think calling people stupid is the answer, and I don't know that anyone is really doing that. But he
Yeah, for
kind
sure. I mean, hell, education doesn't necessarily correlate with intelligence either. I mean, George W. Bush went to fucking Harvard, and then,
yeah, yeah,
everyone we know didn't.
yeah, yeah, and just to show though that they're so what I think that he's taking this, which Neil deGrasse Tyson has said something similar to this study, um, and atheists often, I've heard this said, that these two things are correlated. Um, I think he's taken this and building a straw man with it. Not certain that this is where it comes from, but seems like maybe a possibility.
Yeah, I suspect this is one of the data points that Dr. Tyson draws from when he makes statements like that. And
Yeah,
then our friend is completely misunderstanding what Dr. Tyson said because he's the most geniusy genius to ever genius, apparently.
yeah, yeah.
And enlightened. Don't forget enlightened.
He's very bright.
He's enlightened.
So bright I gotta wear shades.
Yeah, it's too bad because he's not a Buddhist, and he says what the Buddhists would call enlightened, but he doesn't. He gets a little bit into how he's defining that here in a minute, but not. I wish he would just give a definition of what he's talking about.
Oh, being clear is no fun. It's hard to equivocate when you do that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, don't.
Asking for pesky definitions.
Yeah.
And he was standing there on the stage playing with the piano music in the background, like whatever piano, something like and he was saying, and so like charming the people. So if you're educated, you will understand there's no God. And it was like completely manipulative. Like the worst religion could not do it.
The
Yeah.
way he's talking about it makes me think so much of like the freaking Greg Locke style services where they play the freaking new worship music groove to get everybody feeling the Holy Spirit and shit, and it's like engineered to be manipulative. Just the parallel, the juxtaposition, it just tickles me.
Yeah. Uh, I tried to find both the earlier thing he said and this to see if I could find where he made any type of made where Neil deGrasse Tyson said anything that could be misconstrued as this at all, and I don't. I know that he's pointed out before the same correlation that you pointed out, Amber, that agrees with what the what the study says. So I don't. Yeah, I couldn't find it though. Maybe he'll um, decide to let me know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Probably not.
It's another good reason to link your sources, where possible. I mean, I could do better with that myself. I don't do it all the time. I work a lot, and often I'll just cite something offhandedly, and it's not super important. But if you do cite your sources, it makes it a whole lot easier for a person to reviewing your video later to be like, oh, this is the thing that he's talking about.
Yeah, I'm bad about citing my sources whenever I use them. Like that was from Pew Research. I tell everybody that in the video, but forgetting to put them in the description. That's what I'm bad about.
Yeah, I often cheat a lot of the trans related stuff anyway. I just keep a list of things that I frequently reference on my website, and then I could just point people at my website.
Yeah, yeah.
Just check all of my website.
All right.
Into making atheism a religion somehow. That was kind of absolutely crazy to see that. But
Yeah, how does that work?
Yeah,
I
I don't
Yeah,
know.
see.
please explain
I,
to me how it's a religion. This
well,
time coherently.
he's trying to say that Neil deGrasse Tyson somehow said those things and made it into a religion, which I don't know what he means by that, or uh,
I mean, I've heard people like Frank Turek propose that Dr. Tyson might be the Pope of atheism.
well,
Now that
Uh,
I'll
Hawking
have
has
to remember
ascended into the non-heavens.
that. Yeah.
I can we get a different pope? I mean I like Tyson, but he
Well, there are factions.
He's not Pope
There's
material.
the debate bro segment seems to be backing T Jump right now. At least last I heard. And
uh,
then there's a few on the extreme conservative right, the Christian nationalist nominal atheists who
uh-huh.
seem to be backing Dawkins. Um, there's other minor candidates floating around here and there as well. I mean, I'm the only one of them with a hat for it, so just putting that out there.
I
There
nominate
you go.
Ember. Ember sounds like a great pick.
If you get a Pope hat, I will call you Pope Ember.
Would
However,
they be a popette? A popress?
Yeah, I don't know. Would there be a different would Pope be different if there was a female Pope? I mean, I understand they're not ever going to allow for that, but um, would
I
it?
suspect it might actually be mope because pope comes from some derivation of patriarch, and if it were a
yeah,
female one, it would be a matriarch. So
Yeah,
you may not end up with mope. It might be something else, but something
yeah.
along those lines, perhaps.
I I don't know. At this rate, we might have a mope before we have a female president.
Well, well,
my mom was complaining and saying that they shouldn't have tried to do a female candidate, and I'm like, what?
I like
Yeah, we've heard that a bunch. I mean, it's bullshit for a huge number of reasons. But like many people have pointed out, who the fuck else is gonna run with 90 days to go?
Yeah,
I like Purple's recommendation of Popette.
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 I will take the Popette. I imagine that whoever takes Popette, their immediate first step will be to release the list of uh, criminals in the court.
Oh,
There
well,
was a
that's
Pope
easy.
Joan. Was there a Pope Joan?
I don't know. I'm not
Oh,
Catholic.
the unofficial. She was, yeah, it was like a unofficial, like. Uh, Listen, Catholic history is weird, just like all of history, and it's really difficult to wrap your head around some of the things that happened.
Uh,
But
I
it's
mean,
fascinating to read.
yeah. I would argue that it's hard to wrap your head around some of the things that the Catholic Church does now, but
Uh-huh. Yeah, religious organizations do weird shit.
yeah,
She
I'm doing a stream. What's up?
Dun, dun, dun.
Sorry, guys. The hold on a second here. What do we got? Are you joining us, Will? What's up?
Yeah, I just got back from taking my dog on a walk.
Okay. Well, good.
You look sharp with the new camera, my friend.
Yeah, it does a good job, doesn't
Yeah,
it? The that's what I at the beginning of the stream. That's what I was talking about. Is I got a new camera because the other one was broken. But all right. So let's move on with the video some here.
Oh, right, we're doing a thing.
I've
Yeah,
been in
right.
yeah,
university
you
10
should stay
years.
on task a
So
little bit.
I've always been a very, very critical thinker. Like, if you present something that has no proof, I usually go, that has no proof for that.
Uh-huh. I
Yeah.
totally believe him.
I studied a lot, and I read a lot. I'm very, very educated. I'm a very educated man.
Uh-huh.
You know what I
Wait.
hear from every very educated man?
Mhm.
The words, I'm a
Yeah.
very educated man.
it is funny when you talk to PhDs, they're like, okay, well, this isn't my exact area of expertise, but this is what I think based off of what we've seen. But when you talk to a very educated man, they'll let you know.
Yes.
Yep. Lions always have to tell you they're lions. Otherwise, how would you know?
Well, I mean, he is enlightened.
It's true.
Super enlightened.
And you know, a critical thinker who doubts everything presented to him with no proof. You know, like religions.
What's up, Jay? What's up, Tux? Good to see you guys. Yeah, I don't know. He doesn't specify exactly what he means by very educated, but even if we give
I
him,
finished 5th grade.
yeah, yeah,
I
Well,
have
I
watched
did want to
much
ask
YouTube
you,
videos.
Ember, you said there was no correlation between education and religiosity. Could you clarify on that? That's where I left off on the stream at the beginning because everything that I've seen doesn't really quite align with that.
it was. I think she was being sarcastic.
No, I said there
Oh,
is a
okay.
correlation.
Yeah, there is a correlation. That's what. Yeah, we went over a Pew Research study that agreed with that too.
Okay, good. Because
Yeah.
I was listening to your stream while I was walking the dog, and I was like, well, I know Ember's pretty smart. That must have been sarcastic, at least. I just wanted a little bit of clarification on that, because if you break it down, atheists are better at about everything they do compared to theists, including crime. So I don't know if that's a humble brag, but it's interesting.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't. So when you look at the study, you would say like it seems like overall the people are there's less believers among more educated people. That's I mean that's what it says. But I mean again, nobody's saying that like there aren't educated people that are Christians. There's lots of them. There's scientists that are Christians and everything in between. So it's I don't know. It's weird to make a video about this one specific thing, right? Like, and then say that these people have said this when nobody here at least knows of anybody saying this.
Yes,
Well,
it's you identified the two genders there, scientists and everybody else.
Yeah.
Points to Ember. No, what I'm the only thing that I'm interested in is the justification, which seems to be lacking.
I
Yeah.
mean, I'm sure
We'll never
our
find
friend
out.
here will back up his claims as he
Yeah.
goes along instead of just posturing or something.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, I'm on the edge of my seat.
yeah, I'm kind of going ahead and assuming that he's not going to, but who knows? Maybe he'll see
I mean,
this.
a highly educated man would know to present his case and not just declare shit, right?
Well, that's true. I
Come
mean,
on, Ember, you're giving men too much credit there. You know better than that.
you would think such a highly educated person would say, "Hey, this is where this thing happened," and know that people are going to ask for sources for this. But you know,
You walked it, didn't you?
Apart from that, Socrates says, I know nothing.
Shit.
I think it was Socrates.
Right.
But he
I
was
love
in
that he just gets done saying, I am so smart and so educated, and then quote Socrates, wisdom is knowing you know nothing. Exactly. Exactly, my friend. Well done.
yes, yeah. He's obviously came full circle, right? So let's see if it gets better or worse.
So you could call me an educated man. And I found enlightenment. Even though I've been on university for 10 years, I found the enlightenment also from studying, not from reading the holy books, but from living in a way of being there for other people, like
I went to the
celebrating God
school
in
of
the other
hard
people,
knocks,
so to
bitches.
say,
Yeah.
being love, and as the Bible or Islam or Buddhism asks for the people to do. And I tell you now, it needs a certain education, not education of the scripture, but education in living, that makes you understand the higher things. So
Okay. So there's a claim. A higher education in living, which I
Well,
guess.
Joe, honestly, I don't think you can get it if you're not in, so I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, I don't know what specifically he's referring to. Either with a higher awareness or an education in living. Like, does he mean like
See,
cooking and cleaning and shit?
I think
Ember, because asking that, you're also not enlightened. This is super simple. I don't know how else to explain it.
I think it like I think what he's getting at is some roundabout way to say my personal experiences are valid.
I've seen the light, my brothers.
Yeah.
Listen, he has 10 years of unspecified university. Clearly, he is more educated than
It's the enlightened university. I don't understand what you guys are not getting about
Hogan has
this.
a doctorate.
I,
Yeah, so I don't know.
so the way to brag that you have 10 years of education is to stick a diploma on the wall behind you.
Well, I feel like
do I have to?
If his
I mean, I don't
education,
even have a wall behind me.
yeah, I feel like if his education was in theology or psychology or uh, philosophy
Other.
or sociology, that he would say so. Like, he would have said so up front, I think. So I do kind of the 10 years of unspecified education does kind of bother me a little bit.
It's called a GED. Come on, Joe. What are you,
It says
ableist?
10 years at university.
I have my GED. Do you know?
Well, I'm not saying he doesn't, but I just don't know who that has a 10 years worth of college experience, whether it's, I mean, you have to have at least a couple degrees by then.
Guys, I don't understand. Like, if you're enlightened, you're enlightened. If you're saved, you're saved. What are you not getting here?
I accidentally got a degree once, so I didn't.
Whomst among us has not gotten an accidental degree?
They can cast the first textbook.
Yeah.
I am just going to, put it out here. I do have about 2 years of college under my belt, and there is a reason that I don't talk about it.
Yeah. I mean, whatever.
Jester is secretly the youngest PhD holder in the Carolinas.
Yeah.
Got a PhD in 2 years? What the fuck?
Just humble brag.
Yes, totally humble brag about the fact that I went for 2 years and have even degree.
The subject of this video is he's talking about this straw man thing that atheists do, but the subject is really about education and stuff, but he's being so vague and I have a feeling misleading about his own education for some reason.
No, that never happens.
Purple, that's not quite true. Try Kelvin.
Yeah. But what is this from Fellow? I had to read that twice. I would say stupid people are those who can only find value in literal truth without being able to find value without metaphorical, allegorical, or psychological truths. Okay.
Oh, hold on. Without being able to find value without. You mean like biblical literalists who don't see the value in all of the metaphorical, allegorical, satirical, and psychological truths that are in the Bible?
That's a weird thing. That's
no, there's no metaphor. It's 6,000 years. That it says what it means. It's 6,000 years. How dare you?
Metaphorical truth, though, like, isn't that not true?
Yes. I am the most educated person ever, Purple. Do you want to see my stuffed Hobbs sometime? I will show you my stuffed Hobbs in your server.
Hell yeah.
Say
No,
satirical truths in the Bible. Satirical. What are you talking about? The chat sidetracked me for real this time.
tangents.
Yeah.
There's no satire.
No, it says no satirical truth.
I,
Turn the
Say
other cheek is a
what?
metaphor for revenge. Eye for an eye is a metaphor for revenge. Yes, but that doesn't make a metaphorical truth because revenge isn't a truth. Um, a metaphor for truth is okay.
But it could truly be a metaphor for the thing, though.
It
Or
is
I
true that
suppose
it's a
that it actually
metaphor.
be a simile, since it's a direct comparison. But details.
I mean, gosh,
Yeah, well, yeah.
Well,
Never
simile
mind. We don't need to
uses
go
like
on
or
a.
as.
We don't need to go on a another tangent. I just want to point out that the eye for an eye was directly talking about a law where if a man gouges out your eye, you get to take them to court and gouge out their eye. And it was a literal
Well,
law.
it was literal and metaphorical. Yeah. Like
Yeah,
you could
it's
literally do
both.
that. You could invoke that for exactly that. But it was also used as representative of injury for injury without listing every fucking possible injury. So if somebody
Yeah.
took your hand, you could go to the temple and be like, eye for an eye, and take his hand.
I'm not ridiculing you.
For instance.
I'm trying to understand, fellow. I don't.
Yeah, I'm not ridiculing you. I'm trying to. I'm trying to understand what you mean by the thing that you said, which
That's true,
isn't
Simone.
ridicule. This is we are on a social media platform here.
I think we need to zoom out instead because whatever truth he's implying needs to be backed up with the exact same type of evidence. So if he's saying that there's empirical truth to a claim, then you need empirical evidence. If he's saying there's metaphysical truth, you need metaphysical evidence. If he's saying there's allegoric truth, you need allegoric evidence. And I think you have to establish that first, and then you can evaluate truth claims based off of that. That's just the way I'm reading it.
Well, an eye for an eye, I rather say turn the other cheek. Metaphorical equals a metaphorical truth, showing we should favor forgiveness over revenge. Should we? Why should we?
Well, Joe, there was that time that I pissed in your Cheerios, and I really would appreciate it if you didn't do that to me in turn. So,
Yeah.
just forgive
No,
me.
I'm not saying we shouldn't.
Circumstantial evidence there, though.
I'm not saying we shouldn't. I'm just asking the question of why should we? If that's you're saying that it's a truth because it's something we should do, and I'm asking you why we should do that.
Well, hold on. A metaphysical truth has more profundity than a literal one. I would really like to know what a metaphysical truth is.
Yeah, there's no you can't.
I know of one.
Laws of logic. Also, I'm switching setups. I'll be back in a sec.
Okay.
Okay.
I want to know more about
where did
his
fellow
access to the metaphysical comes from.
Where did fellow use metaphysical? Because I don't see that. I see where somebody else started saying metaphysical, and did fellow say something about metaphysical?
No, you're right. My dyslexia kicked in. It's
no. I just
metaphorical.
Yeah. By me saying that, it implies your interpretation may not be the correct one, since there are numerous ways of interpreting.
So then, how do you know which one's correct?
How can you call one a truth then? That's kind of what I was.
Well,
That's what
it's
I was
my
getting at a moment
interpretation and it's
ago.
true, Joe.
Um,
Deal with it.
that's kind of what I was pushing at a moment ago. Okay, that's what I thought, fellow. Sorry for the confusion, but that's what I was trying to point out a minute ago. Is say you've interpreted it this way to say that we should do this thing, and how do you call that a truth? That's what I was getting at. But okay, okay, I understand. No metaphysical there. Gotcha. All right, we're gonna watch some more of this video, fellow. I'll answer you when we come back.
It is not that the uneducated are religious. There is uneducated and there's educated in university and science, and then there's a higher form of education making you religious. So from that point of view, the atheist people are the stupid people, because
Oh,
Wait, what?
Well, when you're properly educated in, understanding the things that you're told to believe and are not allowed to question, then really the atheist people are the stupid people.
yes.
It's just how it works.
So, so,
You
I
know-
so
concur.
religion is this higher education that's above higher education, apparently, and that's where that's so atheists, even though most religious people aren't, how to put that, most religious people are educated, but the more educated a person is, the less religious they are. So at some point, according to your logic there, they get stupid when they go to school and don't believe in God, and then they get smart again after school when they learn religion again. What are you, like? What are you getting at? That doesn't. Religion is not a form of higher education.
Are you sure?
This
I
reeks of revelation.
need to stop looking at this guy.
Yeah. Well,
He
No.
needs sleep more than I do.
I mean, we are only but stupid atheists here, right? So
This is true.
maybe we just don't understand.
they're not educated in what is needed to understand the higher things. I'm not talking about understanding what is written in the Bible or the Quran. That is not a religious education. It is. If you
What
think of
is-
somebody being enlightened, you would think of somebody understanding more. That's what this term means, to be enlightened. It's to understand more. That happened to me, and it was necessary that it happened to me because of the way the universe works. It is, if you want to understand religion, if you want to understand, really get into seeing those like holy or higher things, then you need to work on that. You need to work on yourself to become the person that is so good, so sharing, and so full of care that the higher things of the universe invite you in, and that you dare, that you feel yourself of being.
Okay. So oh boy. You need to be all of those things so that the higher forms of the universe invite you in. It got a little trippy there for a minute, but the whole all of those values that you're pointing to, in what way is it that me being an atheist precludes me from sharing those values with you? Because I think really you're just bringing up a bunch of stuff that is not unique to religion in any way whatsoever.
Considering the last my adult life of citations, I would like to see the citations that religion instills those ideas in you. as my cited evidence against that,
Yeah.
I would like to cite the President of the United Frigging States.
Yeah.
I don't see any of those principles, and yet this is the man they uphold.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Antichrist.
Yeah, we didn't even have to go that far, but yeah, definitely.
Just please show me, because I've been fighting this, and this is exactly it was exactly these values that pushed me away,
Yeah.
because I would rather believe and be agnostic to a God and have the idea that if there is a good, just God, if I just be a good person, then they will see that. And at the end, they will go, okay, yeah, you get to be rewarded.
Let,
Then,
can I clarify something? So we just for the video's sake,
yeah.
when you say this, you're not saying that Christians don't share these values. You're saying that their God doesn't in the Bible. The God of the Bible doesn't share these values, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not trying to lump everybody. I'm just trying to say that I feel like he's lumping it like all Christians and religious people
Sure.
show these values. All people who don't have, who are non-religious don't have these values. And I'm sitting here and I'm going, it was exactly having these values that pushed me away from religion, because I couldn't find a group.
You know, I feel like what he's trying to do is to separate, uh, to find to create a larger gap between atheists and Christians as far as our believers, atheists and believers. Because I don't even know if he's a Christian. I think maybe he's not Christian, but um,
Yeah, I
uh,
can't quantify that. He mentioned reading the Quran
yeah. I
and
think
the
he.
Bible.
It's a
They're
possibility. And he does. He says something about parts of the Bible not being true and stuff. So, um,
Hey Joe, I
I
gotta head
commend him.
out, but
okay, Will.
your chats give me the red ass. Fellow is
Eh,
appealing to reason and logic, and I don't think he understands what a formal language is,
yeah.
like English or logic or math. I got to bounce at 4, but that's like page 1 of the Encyclopedia of Philosophy, Stanford Encyclopedia of Philosophy. It's free.
Yeah.
This ignorance is.
Yeah. Well, I
Uh,
mean,
I know he's a precept, but or he or she, but if you apply to logic, then you don't understand what a formal language is, like Python or C++, Java, English,
yeah.
logic, math. They're all formal languages, and it's spelled out in the Stanford Encyclopedia of Philosophy. So this is pretty egregious. Um, do you posted the link? I want to hear what he or she's thoughts are on that before I bail, if possible.
What now? What on joining? Is that what you're talking about?
I'm looking at fellow.
What link?
I thought you. That's how I got here. I thought you posted it in the chat.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so that is what you were asking about them joining.
Yeah,
Um, yeah. I mean,
half of you don't even know how science works practically.
you
I
want to come talk, fellow?
yeah. I
Now
need
or
some
later, whatever.
clarification
Oh boy. I didn't hop
on.
in for formal debate.
Yeah.
I'm not looking for a
Or,
formal
or
debate. I just the more they talk, the more they end up hanging themselves. I mean, this
Well,
looks like
yeah.
they don't understand what a
the
formal
principles of
language is. I
growth,
just
yes.
want them to
Yeah.
explain their point of view, because
I,
this is way more interesting than this insane person who says
it's,
God
I,
education is higher than higher education, but you can't demonstrate that that exists.
classical logic, my dear buffoon.
Oh, as opposed to
love the ad hoc.
fuzzy logic, set logic, quantum logic.
Ooh, quantum logic's my favorite because propositions can be both true and untrue in superposition.
At the same time, Ember.
Tastes great, less filling.
Fellow,
You should
are you the fellow in this video? Because now you're making me think that maybe you are.
Ember, you should be hired as the spokesperson for Oreo with that tagline.
Hell yeah. I can eat Oreos now, and it's amazing.
If you want to talk, fellow, we'll set it up for some future event. That way I can give you the attention and the attention you deserve.
I want in on that too, Joe.
Oh boy.
But your appeal to ignorance isn't evidence of God's non-existence. Oh my God!
Please, fellow, come on, talk to us. We're nice. Joe's the nicest guy I know.
I'm the mean one.
Yeah, you gotta watch out for that jester. He has a PhD. Well, okay. Bring it with you.
Sure, why not? Michael, hello. Good to see you.
It's not you in the video? Okay.
Michael, I have to say, I appreciate your admission of humility, but out of all of us here, you were the one smart enough to get the fuck out of the USA when the getting was good.
Yeah.
So
I'm from Europe and he looks like a hillbilly.
I'm trying.
What are you talking? He's obviously not. I mean, I guess he could be in America. It's not that. I mean, his accent is not an American one though. Uh-oh, now you've went and thrown around hillbilly. All right.
Of such a height and worth that you dare to step into the higher things. It's a two-sided system. The things and invite you in and let you in on the secrets, and you dare to go in. And for that you have to change yourself, your personality, what you want for the people, what you want for yourself, what you want for God, if you want to call it like that, what you want for the higher things. You have to change yourself and practice.
You have to tell me what you want, what you really, really want.
I actually paused the video to respond to a comment here.
I mean, in fairness, we prefer people with a higher IQ too, like our friend on the screen. My goodness. I mean, I realize that you're probably used to interacting with people whose IQ is slightly above room temperature. It's a bit of a reach to get to people, with triple digits. I get it. It's a learning curve, but you'll get there. Just keep coming around.
You've made it through 20 minutes of one of my streams, and suddenly you know all about us. Imagine that.
The citation of the preschool exam, what was it? Placement exam. Yes, I'm really shows.
It's been a long time since I
guys.
took
I don't know if you know this,
exams.
but a squared plus b squared. I'm telling you, this is gonna blow your mind. It equals c squared.
What?
Yeah, see, Ember, I knew it.
Are you sure?
No, I'm not. But
it's only a theorem.
Yeah, it's just a theory at this point. We're still working it.
Only when you're right, though.
I'm going to take that to heart. I think that's universal advice, Ember, and you shouldn't give that out for free.
It's true. I should charge, but if you want to contribute, patreon.com/betterthanember.
I'm sorry, Ember. I'm left. Much like left-handed Jedi, I too am left.
Ah, well then I suppose it would, for you, it would have to be c squared equals b squared plus a squared.
That
Whoa,
makes
I
so
didn't
much
think it
more
worked like
sense.
that. What's the equal mean
Ooh.
again? All right, Joe, I'm gonna head out. Thank you guys. Ember, always good to see you and talk with you. Keep
Yee.
doing what you're doing.
One does
It's
one's
been a
best.
delight.
Thanks,
Um,
Will.
I wish to speak with you again, Will.
yeah, I'd be happy to. Fellow, get with Joe. Put your Twitter tag. I have to assume that you have a Twitter just based off of your comments in the chat, so I can follow you and I'll DM you. And I can't wait to hear your insights and you can educate me. Again, I'm ignorant of everything, so all I want to do is learn.
Hell yeah. I did
Oh,
learn
boy.
some interesting things from Fellow the other day. I almost decided to do the stream I'm doing later about that because I'm always looking for new pseudoscience to debunk. And
Yeah.
holy shit, he pointed me in the direction of a fucking gold mine. The only reason I'm not doing it is because I'm only doing an hour tonight because I have to get up super early, so I have to put a hard stop on my show. And there's a lot to unpack with this pile of amazing. So we'll save it for another time.
Intrigued.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, look, the goddess is here.
Yeah.
Yay!
Fellow, like I said, you're welcome to come make some sense of the silly things that you say, but whatever. I'll let Robin handle you.
Hell yeah.
And then you are open, your mind at some point will be opened, you will be enlightened at some point. You might be enlightened, maybe not in this life, but at some point. And your mind
Maybe
will
not
be
in this
opened
life,
for
but maybe.
understanding the universe in a way.
So, is that suggesting there must be more than this life? I mean, I think that's.
It kind of leans into that reincarnate. I mean, he says maybe not in this life. It pretty strongly implies he's leaning towards reincarnation.
Yeah.
That no scientist that has not reached that enlightenment, no other person can.
Isn't it weird that
That's
the
the
super
point.
enlightened people never produce the scientific breakthroughs? Like, why is there no scientist who can show us the path to enlightenment that they've examined and researched and quantified and cataloged? And they say, boom, here's the map, here's how you get there. Come along, bitches, let's do this thing. No. And when you have an enlightened person, they can never bring you this great wisdom in a tangible, practical form. Like, hey, you know what would be really cool? Fucking antibiotics, guys. We can stop dying of tooth infections, you know?
Yeah. This kind of what that statement, what it says to me is that the you can't be enlightened like me, even if you're a scientist, unless you're a believer.
You're blinded by your knowledge of
Yeah.
real things.
So I have a feeling in his eyes the only people who are not enlightened are the atheists.
Religion is a higher knowledge.
Is it?
It's not the stupid are religious and the educated are not religious anymore. It is religion is the highest education. It's what humanity strives for. What we the next level. Not religion in itself. The scripture might be stupid. The Bible might not have the whole truth.
Uh-huh.
But you reaching that the Bible, the religion does not talk about what actually is. The Bible talks about, or the scripture talks about the way for you to understand. Buddha, when you
So the Bible might be wrong about some things.
It might just a couple, maybe.
And so for these religions that you speak of, though, these texts are the claims of these of the truths of these religions. So if we're going to throw that out because it may be wrong or something, and you're going to say, but you should be a believer anyway, then I have to ask why. Based on what? And what are you proposing that we believe absent any text?
Oh, okay. So Fellow's just a troll. Got it.
Yeah.
My this comment to Robin is just beautiful. My dear buffoon, the God hypothesis is unfalsifiable. So why do you reference falsifiability? Um, be, because that's important to any claim in order to get to truth. That
I like this previous one too. My point was that it's unscientific to reject a hypothesis. You know your observational data is insufficient. Are you denying this? And I would say I absolutely deny that. That you should reject every hypothesis until you have data to suggest it's true. So you're the opposite of that is going into it with a bias, which is not scientific. So
Fellow, my hypothesis is that there is going to be an appearance soon across the entire planet of a rabbit that lays eggs and hides them in your house.
I mean, we will find evidence of that as
You-
according to prophecy.
Yep. And now that you have this hypothesis, you cannot deny it by your very logic.
That's
So
right. You
good
need
luck with your new
observational evidence to
that's the
say
good
no.
luck
problem.
with your new rabbit god
You
or
Yeah,
have to
goddess.
observe that
I'm
there's
going with
no
God.
egg-laying god. Yes.
yeah. That demonstrates exactly the problem with that kind of view of science, which I, I don't know. I feel like you said that, but if you tried to practice that, it wouldn't work. Then you have no idea how science works. Then you have idea of how science works. Point
Hey,
proven.
you can't
I
prove
have
that
idea
because you
how
don't.
science works.
You
You are correct.
then you have idea how science works. Yes, yes, I
Uh-huh.
do. Yes, yes.
Sometimes I wonder if fellows' trollish slips are whether I'm trying to decide whether they're Freudian accidental admissions or like deliberately constructed sentences
I
to
think that's
say
a
the truth.
translator issue.
It may be.
So your question is he a Poe?
Yeah, like is he actually that ignorant? Or is he just like pretending but also leaving little clues, you know?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, anything's possible here, right? Neither would surprise me any. You have not even seen how dumb I can act yet, fellow. So let's not play that game. And very few streams go by where I don't tell everybody how dumb I am. So let's not go there.
No stream goes by that I don't tell people how dumb I am. It's literally in my name. If you didn't notice.
Well,
Joe, we need to give you a title. Because Jester's the Lord of Shenaniganery, and I'm apparently the Popette. So now you need a thing. Make people vote on it. People love polls.
oh yeah, that's true.
Other than the Kentucky atheist.
Oh,
Well,
you're
that's
leaving,
more of a
fella?
screen
Damn.
name.
Um,
That's
well,
true.
that's a shame. I guess we'll stop the stream if you're leaving. Um, yeah, no, I'm down for a nickname, I guess.
He was enlightened. He did not tell you what religion is. He told you how to reach enlightenment. That's what he says. Jesus does not tell you how the things are. He tells you how to reach enlightenment. He says, do that to reach it. Buddha says, do that to reach it. And both agree.
Yeah, but what does Jesus say to do it? Well, what is said that Jesus says to do it? To reach enlightenment.
I don't recall Jesus talking overly much about enlightenment.
If
It's just
Jesus is
more like,
enlightened and is giving us the instructions for enlightenment, and we're going to assume all that other shit happened, all the supernatural stuff happened, then first of all, why does Jesus not mention enlightenment? And second, an enlightened person would understand that the claims of religions are irrational, and even if they're true, they're irrational claims. People don't wake up from the dead and 3 days later and you know go let people finger their holes. Uh,
oh my.
Saints don't parade around town. Those things. So I mean, and enlightened Jesus would suggest a Jesus that understands logic and would have not uh, been so bad at showing his existence.
Yeah,
Would have left some kind of evidence, maybe.
okay, so it's, oh, excuse me. So the breakdown of the Bible is, by subject, is like the books of the law, of history, of poetry, of prophecy.
Yeah,
I don't
enlightenment's
see
not
of
there.
enlightenment.
I missed the book of enlightenment.
It's
All
it's between Ezekiel and Isaiah.
right. Yeah.
Oof. Uh,
That you have to
The
be
second
nice
appendix of
I
and
Enoch.
care
Yeah.
to reach it. Buddha gives meditative advice, and Jesus not so much, because Jesus said, I could tell you so many things, but for now I tell you only one thing: be nice. Okay, they are telling you the way. So the basic part of religion is not to tell you the truth, but to tell you the way to the truth, because the
Yes,
truth is something that cannot.
it's
Hold
exactly
on.
it. The basic point of religion is not to tell you the truth, it's to tell you the way to what you're supposed to do, how to live according to the guy who says he knows the guy, you know?
Yeah.
Also, did he made it get implicit in there that what it's telling you to do is to be nice? Because
Yeah.
that's called kindergarten, my guy.
Yeah.
It's
Yep. All you got to do is be nice. That's what the Bible says.
it's kindergarten.
So,
Okay,
one
got
of
it. We should review kindergarten every few years. I actually think that's great advice. Every few years, let's put in a class where you just do kindergarten again.
yeah, I don't know if that'll work because of all the cussing.
I
uh,
mean, we can update it some. Oh my god.
um. So, see, here's the problem, though. First of all,
Just one.
yeah, yeah. Jesus comes with just a little bit of baggage, all right? Like, it's kind of required that you accept that Jesus died for your sins and that he's the Son of God, um, which is defined earlier in the Bible. And no, just no. Uh, there's a whole lot of faith-based things that you have to accept that aren't based on being nice to people or being enlightened, which in this context means nothing, or any of that stuff. It's and that's kind of my problem with it. I don't know about other atheists. Again, we all are the stupid ones apparently. But
Be nice. Only beat
I think it should be
your
Christians.
only beat your slaves so that they die over 3 days later after the beating, not anytime sooner.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
got to
So,
make sure it's a long and painful death, not quick.
and that goes to that whole God is good thing, right? Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
very good.
yeah, yeah. God was not being nice. So yeah. Plus, he has holes in his hands, which requires he has a cup for water. Yes, yes, it does. Oh shit! I restarted the video. Here we go.
How dare you?
It was almost over. Let's see. All right. Well, it's not that long, so we shouldn't be too far off
Patient,
here.
it's what we as humans want to go is the next level. So, not the stupid, it's not religion, it's not for the stupid. Religion is the highest form of education that you can reach. But you have to reach it. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, buddy.
Uh-huh.
If you say so, sir.
Who am I to deny
Argue with nonsense.
enlightened? How did he put it? Most very educated person. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who am I to say you are wrong when you are obviously egregiously wrong? I mean, enlightened. Obviously enlightened. Yeah, that was the word.
Is that what enlightened means?
I,
He keeps saying that word. I don't think it means what he thinks it means.
you know, how about I just use an example?
Maybe he means high as a fucking kite.
That's why I was saying earlier I needed to stop looking at him because his eyes, to me, looked a little dilated and he looked very in need of sleep. But
I
I
mean,
was trying to give him the benefit.
I
But as far as enlightened goes, let me give an example, okay? So remember how you would get home from school and you would have like 50 to 100,000 pounds in your backpack, and then you would put the backpack down and be enlightened?
Yes.
Michael Beverly, the ones in Kentucky do drink poison. Um, they they huff glue and drink poison, and they try rat poisoning and bleach, and
They're special.
in small doses, of course.
Yeah, not like Jonestown where it's a whole fucking vat of Kool-Aid.
Yeah,
They don't trust Jesus
careful,
that
careful.
much.
yeah.
You don't want to get sued by Kool-Aid. It was what's the other brand? Flavor Aid.
Flavor Aid, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, some of those, most of those snake churches, they do a number of things. They like,
They worship fucking idols and Set and pagan gods and all that Nonsense. What the fuck? They worship the damn serpent. That's what the book says not to do. The fuck?
Yeah. Well, they
Demons,
that
witches.
they
Yeah.
say they're not worshiping the snakes.
Uh-huh.
That they're going on the
Sure.
part that says that if you believe, you can survive the bite of a poisonous snake, and no poisons can harm you or some shit like that. I don't
In their defense, they're not all dead yet.
know. Um, no. The famous guy from Kentucky. Actually, I don't know if he died or not, but the his dad and his dad both did in from snake bites in church.
They're up to 3 generations of dead from the thing that killed their immediate predecessor, aren't they?
Yeah, I think so. Uh, yeah, and no, they do not take the venom out of the snakes. They're wild snakes that they catch.
Well,
And
they take the venom out of the snakes by being bitten by
I
the
mean,
snakes.
yeah. Um,
Ah, okay, this one's clean.
well, you would have to imagine if they would, if there was if there was one of these guys that really wanted to fool people, what they would do is start low dosing themselves with the snake venom.
Like iocane powder.
Yeah, and build up a resistance to it, and then let the snake bite them in front of everyone.
Yes.
I'll be starting a cult later this year.
Just just for legal purposes here, that's not how that works.
We did do a disclaimer earlier, though it has been about an hour, so maybe
Yeah.
you should do it again. No one should listen to us about anything. Make no life decisions based on the content provided here.
do not handle or ingest or inject the venom of snakes.
We are not lawyers, stock financial advisors, medical doctors, or anything else that requires a special certificate. Well, okay,
Yes.
I do have a few special certifications, but none of the legally disclaimer kind, so we're good.
I mean,
Yeah.
just search Kentucky at the top of the page. I don't think anybody's listening to me anyway. But
What did I just do?
When I was a
Fucking
snake
water.
handler, I stuck to boas, but I dressed them up to look like vipers.
Smooth.
That was fun. What about all these notes I've been taking?
They'll make a great. They'll make great paper for when you set up a tinderbox later.
Bird feeders or bird houses. Bird house. Yes.
I'm pretty sure that look at the trees can teach you how to make a kindling box.
If you came-
Origami.
If you came
Origami?
across my channel and you're like, that's where I'm gonna go to get advice on living. I mean, you should. I mean, if that's the case, you should probably just go ahead and take my advice.
It's fine.
It may be the most valuable advice you get this year. All right. Well, I don't know if we're enlightened or not, but it was fun. It was fun either way. So,
Uh-oh. Now you're definitely in trouble. Maya has. Yep, there you go.
yeah. I'm not going to read that. That's only on. That's only on.
Patreon.
Or Patreon. Somewhere else. I told somebody that recipe not too long ago. Uh,
I mean, we
I
did
think that
do a
was a member
math
stream.
recipe earlier.
Look in the member streams. There's one where I talk about that not too long ago. Um, I can give again having the recipes half the battle. There, you gotta not explode.
Yeah.
Try not to die. Hey, if
Yeah.
you do explode, though, you will be enlightened.
Yeah.
Just a reminder too that Joe did pay his debt to society for these recipes.
Yeah.
Yep, you paid for them, you own them.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess. Everybody in Kentucky knows him, Robin said. Yeah. Hey, you want to know the funny thing? Back at the height of the doing that
I
in a
want to move to Kentucky just to falsify that.
yeah, don't do it. It's not worth it. Uh,
I
at the
moved
height
to
of
North
everybody doing that in the
Carolina.
pop bottle around here anyway, I was in jail at one point, and like half the people in there would like even fall asleep at night, and they would be laying on their bunk shaking a bottle, because at that point, I think they had become just as addicted to the act of doing it as in consuming it.
Interesting.
The
Getting
best
caught on
reality.
your own stock.
Yeah,
It's no way to run a business.
yeah. Well, uh, but anyway, yeah, I was going to do this whole thing in a like a recorded video or even a members thing, and I was like, yeah, you know what? I haven't streamed in a minute. Let's just go ahead and do a live stream and put that up. And I think
Well, I'm glad to help you regret your decisions here.
no. I think I'm going to do more of this, finding silly videos and just letting people join who want to hang out and talk about it or whatever, just whoever wants to.
Hell
Um,
yeah.
uh, that's why I did it. Well, I'd kind of been putting off too because of the camera issue. Anybody that's talked to me in the last week or so knows that I was having some camera issues. Um, but with that fixed, I was like, yeah, I just got the camera yesterday and tested it out and did like a behind the scenes thing, talk a meeting with Jess and talking about ARC stuff. And I thought, well, I might as well stream today and see how it goes with it there. And I'm happy with it.
Hell
Um,
yeah. What kind of camera did you wind up with?
this is a Logitech Brio Pro. Uh, I had the Logitech C920.
Yeah, that's what I think that's what I've got right now. Yeah,
Yeah,
it doesn't stay on the front. I think that's what it is.
yeah.
Logitech is great.
It's
Well,
cheap and I'm poor.
yeah. I almost
Hey,
bought. I almost bought.
I love Logitech. They've made a lot of my joysticks for flight games.
Yeah. Well, I've as long as I've been streaming, this is my third Logitech camera. So they work. I keep using them. Also, I had been using Logitune to kind of adjust zoom and stuff, so I'm in frame on the camera and all that. And this one like does some of that automatically whenever it comes on, so I don't have to do that anymore. And I was more concerned about the audio than anything, honestly. I mean, I could have bought a dirt cheap 4K, like $15 camera, $10 camera at that, but uh, since I use the microphone that's in the camera, I didn't want to do that.
Valid, yeah, because like audio is 1,000% way more important than video. I
Yeah.
mean, having good video is fantastic if you can pull it off. But if you have great video and shit audio, no one will ever listen.
Yeah, yeah. Um, and I
This
think
is why I have why I bought the blue snowball,
uh,
but I was supremely disappointed because there's not a single white cover that I can find for it. I feel like it should come with one because it's called a snowball.
Purple says I have a Logitech C920. They last for years if you keep them unplugged when you live stream.
It's true. I mean, that's literally how this one survived. It's from my original YouTube channel, which was a gaming channel like 15 years ago. I did it for a couple of years. YouTube kept moving the parameters for when you could monetize. Like, first it was 50 subscribers, and I got to 50. And the day I hit 50, they moved it to 100. And then PewDiePie happened, and they moved it to 1,000. And I'm like, motherfucker. So I got pissed off with YouTube. And I just packed it all up. And this camera sat in my portable computer bag for like 11 years, and then I pulled it out to build my setup, and it's fine.
Yeah. I think it's weird that they let you monetize now for memberships and super chats at 500. The only thing they hold off till 1,000 is the ads, and that's not really.
Yeah, you don't even need that.
Yeah,
Hell, you don't need it at 1,000, but they do give you other tools at 1,000. Money making is just the ad partnership thing, but
yeah.
you get the live stream redirect, and
Oh yeah, yeah.
uh,
I forgot about that.
you can have a merch shop. Maybe you can do that at 500 now. It's been a long time since I looked, but like they let you turn on other stuff. But stream redirect is my fucking favorite tool.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that was actually the thing that I was the most excited about getting to 1,000 was that I would be able to redirect and
Yeah, because then you can just say, "Stay tuned. I'm gonna send you to another cool member of the community you should meet."
yeah, yeah.
And sometimes you can send them to a much bigger channel. Like one of the things that I used to do is I'd do a stream and I'd aim it to end before something like the hang up came on.
Yeah.
And I'd send my stream over to the hang up. At the time I had like maybe 6 viewers in my live chat. It was a drop in the bucket to them, but everybody in their live chat sees Ember's viewers just joined the stream and they're like, "Who the fuck is Ember?"
Oh, does it post up on there whenever the thing
Mhm.
happens? I didn't know that.
It's a dirty trick.
Well, I only see the chat from inside of EV first of all, so I don't see it anyway. But because it wouldn't tell me that if it happened. But
I did that for Aaron's shows too when I was on those.
yeah,
But I mean, I was on those, so nobody had to wonder who the fuck Ember is. Just they didn't realize I had a channel.
yeah, right. Well, that's cool. I didn't know that. That's useful information.
Yeah. So it works both ways. It's not just good for who you're redirecting to. It's also good for you. I mean, that's one of the reasons that when people do get forwarded, they enter a chat and they're like, Hive Raid or whatever channel they're coming from, because they want to like help promote the fact that there's another channel that's a friend of this channel,
Yeah, yeah.
Well, also, it sounds like people need to take a little bit of YouTubers need to listen a little bit to Twitch more. Listen, the etiquette when you get rated is, oh, hey, thanks for rating.
How was your stream?
How was your stream? Oh, you're not, who are you? Okay? Just take this advice from the Lord of Fools.
Yeah.
Hey, we're breaking our own rules now. We're actually dispensing accurate knowledge. Is that allowed on this stream?
I mean, I'm a god of chaos, so the rule that I obey
Fuck your
is that
rules.
I'm going to mess with the rules.
Hell with it.
Well,
Yeah.
I guess listen sometimes then.
You
Do your own research.
had expectations.
Your own research, yeah.
Yeah. Go ask Twitch Go set up a channel,
I've got a
on
Twitch
Twitch,
channel. One person
do a
watches my Twitch.
stream, and raid somebody and see how it feels to have them just do that. And if you like it, do it yourself
Yeah.
Do it
on
again.
your
Do it
YouTube
again.
channel. Okay? Because you want to spread the things that do good.
Oh, then you'll be enlightened, right? Is that the order of
Oh,
event?
yeah, totally.
Yes, that's how that works.
I thought so. All right. The Twitch interface is an abomination. Yeah. I don't like streaming on Twitch so much. I mess around on Twitch a little bit, but I don't. I don't know. It's already set up to stream there, so I just let it go. It's got one viewer, as everyone can see. It's probably my bot, but all right. That's all I got. Amber, you want to tell everybody when and where and all that?
Yeah, I'm actually just updating the thing now because I found a video we can play with. So we're doing. You know what? I bet I can just link the damn thing. That might be easier. Let me grab a linky poo.
There you go.
And can I post comments inside EVMux? How does this work?
Yeah.
I don't know if I can. I can't find an interface to do it.
I can't figure out how to interface with them, but when you go into the private chat, you can get an interface to talk with the group. I don't know why.
Yeah. You can only chat within the private chat?
Yep.
Well, that didn't work.
I mean, there could be a number of reasons for that. It could be that our YouTube chats aren't linked to the EVMO,
Yeah.
or it could just be settings that EVMO has to keep you safe as their primary customer. Who knows? I would have to research it and such, and I don't have the money for that.
Well, I mean, from my side of things, I see something totally different. So I didn't realize that no one had ever told me that you weren't able to post in the comments from inside here. So
Yeah.
Ember's done screwed everything up, froze, and oh, no connection. Well, she okay. There it is.
Naughty Ember.
Yeah.
Naughty, naughty.
Okay, are we working now?
Yeah. Wait, we were. We were. I don't know what happened. Here, hold on. Let me try this.
Chaos happened.
Oh, it says offline there, but not on my dashboard. How weird. Yeah, see? It shouldn't be showing the name. It shouldn't be showing the name and stuff if it's not. I don't know why that's doing that. Oh, well. If Ember comes back in or not.
I hope she's okay.
Amber said I broke it. All right, so the link for Ember's stream is in the in the chat there, and it starts in just over an hour. So there's that for you. You got anything you want to say, Jester, before we clear out of here?
No, I have no opinions.
No, I have no opinions. It's all that enlightenment.
Yes, I've been enlightened of all opinions. That's what happens when you achieve godhood.
Yeah.
This is why I advise that you achieve goddesshood, because then you get opinions and they are correct.
What is
Just
omniscience
ask
needed to be?
Maya.
Yeah. What would omniscience do with an opinion anyway? You couldn't really have an opinion. I see. We'll get into that another day. But that's why I say that an all-knowing God can't be one with agency, because all-knowing takes away agency. But that's a whole other talk. All right. Well, thanks everybody for coming and joining us. I hope you had fun. If you are interested in the Ark Encounter stuff, we need volunteers still, and there's links in the description if you want to donate. I appreciate Amber joining us, even though she had some problems at the end, and hope that you'll see that link there and go click remind or notify so you can know when the video starts, and subscribe to Amber's channel. People to help set up for the Ark protest. We got to set up tables and a stage and some other little things. There's just to help with the event. But yeah,
I know, Maya, right?
you,
What even is this?
this is a bonus stream, is because of a super chat goal in last night's stream. I'm aware of that much.
This is
Not
an
enlightened.
alternate reality. Unfortunately, it didn't change human rights.
No, no, it did nothing for that. All right. Well, thanks to my members and Patreon supporters and everybody for watching. If you're new here, like and subscribe. Thank you. Have a great one. I'll see you Thursday.